This universe is so vast. You know, the quantum truly is magical. There are no other words in this, in this reality. We link magic to something that simply feels so unbelievable, right? So here's the truth about the quantum, the good, bad, and the ugly. Yeah? Is it okay if we go good, bad, and ugly? So you're not like, because maybe if you knew more about this planet, you knew about, not just the good, but the bad, the other, maybe you would have chosen something else. I'm just joking. This is more for precision. So within the quantum, everything exists, everything. Now, what does that mean? It means that every thought, every dream exists in the quantum. So how many dreams and thoughts have you had over the course of your lifetime? I remember when I was a kid, I wanted an elephant, I would have loved to have had my own pet elephant. There is a reality in the quantum where, guess what? There's a version of me with a friggin' pet elephant. You can only imagine what mum and dad are complaining about in that reality, right? Every single thought, every single dream instantly manifests. This is how the creations are created. Now, we have been brainwashed on this planet. We've been brainwashed to believe that if it's not physical, it's not real. My dear, beautiful friends, who can see the dot in the middle of that circle? Can anyone online? No. What about now? Can you see the dot? We want it to look small. Okay, awesome. All right. Guess what? Here's the truth about you. That dot is your physical reality, and everything else is the truth and the real reality. Physical reality is not reality. Physical reality is like a glove. When I place a glove on my hand gets to experience warmth. Now, if my hand was brainwashed to believe that only when it's in the glove, it's real, and when it's out of the glove, it's not real, what would we have to tell my hand so it would no longer be brainwashed into believing that being in the glove is reality and being out of the glove is not? And by the way, does anybody else believe that if I put my hand into a glove, that is when my hand becomes real? The greatest trap a soul undergoes in the third dimension, which blocks its ascension and keeps it in a looping of scarcity, of challenge, of duality, is that the soul believes that reality is the thing. It falls into the illusion and it believes that the glove is the goal. The glove, and having the best glove ever. And oh my God, I want to get a leather glove with a feather and a diamond, and now I've made it. Humans have been placed under a hypnosis where they all were programmed to all go after the glove. And the one with the best glove, what? You tell me. The one with the best glove wins. Oh, what do all the other hands, say and think when they look at the other hand wearing the most beautiful glove, staying in the glove always, never coming out to breathe? What do they say? Ooh, ah, oh, check out that glove. It's got so many diamonds. Oh, I want to hang out with that glove. I want to be friends with that glove. We stop looking at the hand. In this reality, why you came to this planet to share your light codes is so this planet could remember that this is its playground, not that. That is a simple glove. That is one glove. Now, I'm just kind of curious, right? You tell me, if I took everything out of your wardrobe, everything, and I gave you a glove, would that suffice your clothing needs? And now imagine if I brainwashed you into believing that it does. Chiwataya, wataya, wataya, wataya. Chiwataya, wataya, wataya, wataya. Shoo, choo, 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 choo. 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 Ooh. Shoo, 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 shoo. The moment we allow ourselves to release our attachment to the glove, to undo the hypnosis, to remember who we truly are, is the moment we call back every code from every lifetime and we return to who we truly are, creators of worlds, and we create any glove we wish to. The moment we let go of the glove, we can create a sock, a dress, a hat. But the moment we get attached to the glove, we care what other people think. We want other people to admire our glove, even though we know it's ridiculous, even though we know that it'd be nice to put some undies on, right? Now, if we decide to let go of the glove and have it be an aspect in our wardrobe, and we decide to now fill up our wardrobe with so much more stuff, then we get to have access to everything, the undies, the socks, the pants, the top, the hat, the jacket, so much better, right? So let's first look at, is it worth it? Let's take a journey into what is all of this. If I'm not the glove, and if I place all my importance on the glove, I'm missing everything. I am no different than the human that got hypnotized to just wear a glove, make it pretty, obsess about their glove, and walk around doing this, right? While a whole bunch of silly things happens to them because they're way too asleep to notice, right? So, my gorgeous friends, actually, I'm going to stick to black. Inside of here, we have dimensions. And so when we look at the third dimension, in the third dimension, we are most obsessed with the glove. By the way, no one in this program is fully anchored. Some of you are already anchored into the fourth dimension. Some of you are on the bridge, meaning that you're oscillating in between the glove. Anything's possible. The glove. Anything's possible. The glove, glove, glove. Yeah? And some of you have already released the glove, yeah? And you're here to receive some additional codes. Now, I share this with you because would you agree that someone who's existing in a consciousness level between here, when they're on the fourth dimensional bridge, which means that they're letting go of the glove more and more each day, would you agree with me that that person has access to a hell of a lot more of what truly is real than the person over here stuck looking at their glove? Isn't this cool? And now, so this is what gets opened up. Now, we've also got the fifth dimension, sixth dimension, 7, 8, 9, 10, and of course it keeps going. Then, guess what also happens in the quantum? This whole event has been placed in between dimensions and has had a whole beautiful quantum architecture built out by the Andromedan Council of Light for us. Now, why would we place it in between dimensions? Why would we build out a whole architecture? Because guess what? We're stealth. We're stealth in the quantum. We're literally going into a pocket that hasn't been, let's have a look at it, hasn't been voiced into existence. So the more humans, for example, identify and explain dimensions, because we're all God force, because we're all life force, energy, whatever we place our attention on, whatever we agree to, whatever we observe, whatever we believe, we create in the quantum. And we alter dimensions by learning about them. Huh. Now, isn't this cool? The quantum does not stay fixed. The quantum is constantly changing based on our perception, based on our belief. And this is what gets super sexy. At the end of this container, you will have a completely different frequency perception, and you will have access to a whole different version of the universe because of it. Your dimensions, your realities will completely transform, not because they transformed, but because you did, and you shifted into a whole other playground in the quantum. So let's continue. So we have dimensions, we have in-between dimensions, which hasn't been, created, perceived, and imprinted upon by humans, so we can build new structures in between dimensions without any of the rules. Please get why we do this. Every dimension has rules, grids, yeah? Like if we took the dimensions out of the universe, it's just everything. We create gridded playgrounds. Every dimension is a grid work, and it enables you to have a playground to play in with certain rules and certain structures. Then you shift somewhere else, it's a totally different playground. Does this make sense? And so I want you to see dimensions as playgrounds, yeah? Now, here, but wait, there's more. Within the quantum, every single dimension has different realms of existence. High, medium, low, very low, and very high. And because we have different realms of existence, it's not just the third dimension, it's the third dimension depending on what realm of existence. Realm of existence are determined by frequency. So if I am in terror, fear, if I'm in scarcity, if I doubt myself, if I question everything, if I feel unsafe, uncertain, then I'm actually hanging out in the underworld. I'm hanging out through my frequency. I am now shifted to a lower plane of existence. Now, because this picture is getting messy, let's go here. So I want you to get, right, 3D, and let's just say 4D. Now, there are so many different realities, and they all exist very differently. So who here has ever said, I want to be in my highest timeline? Yeah? Excellent. Now, here's the problem. I'm going to break this into 3, right? Low, medium, and high. So I want you to imagine for a second that this is the higher realms of the 3D, the medium realms of the 3D, and the lower realms of the 3D. If you tell me you want to be at your highest timeline, but your vibration is currently anchoring you into a low frequency of scarcity, worry, and fear, you're only going to be on your highest timeline within the lower realm of existence. Does this make sense? Excellent. Now, obviously, this is how when we get into lower realms of existence, the underworld or the doom and gloom, instantly we don't feel great. Who here's ever come across content, like content around the universe and galactic wars and all sorts of horrible things happening, right? And when you've consumed that content, you feel like, you actually feel, well, you feel afraid. You start to freak out, you start to question things. Raise your hand if you've ever experienced that before. You've come across some information. It could even be with what's going on in the world. Thank you. Awesome. It could even be with what's going on in the world, right? Would you agree that there are people on this planet right now that are freaking the F out around what's going, and some people are not leaving their home because they're so afraid to, get sick and die, even though, I don't know about you, but I'm not watching millions of people die around me. It doesn't seem to be that unsafe out there, yeah? Yet the media is pumping into them, the frequencies of fear, which what happens? As soon as the frequency of fear is accepted by a sovereign being, I'm going to say this again, as soon as the frequency of fear is accepted into our field, we are a sovereign source fractal, right? We travel into a lower realm of existence. Guess what? It is not the same world anymore. It is not the same world. The people have changed. Please understand that in the quantum, there are countless versions of us. There's every version of you exists in the quantum. Every idea you've had, every possibility. That's how, can we take a moment to acknowledge what it means that everything exists? Everything. Everything. Your highest. Now, what that means, though, is your highest timeline in the higher realms of existence exists in the quantum. The lowest timeline in the lowest realms of existence exists in the quantum. And then you have to learn again how to navigate this. Otherwise, what happens? We can end up all over the shop, not quite understanding why our glove sucks today, and yesterday it was really pretty. Is this cool? And so what that means for us is that we want to accept the remembering that every reality exists. That's what the quantum is. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd like to think that I'm relatively intelligent, and to me, when I hear everything within the quantum exists, I think, yay, I get to go and explore. And I also think, oh, discernment. I don't really want to go to the places that are yucky and mean and suck and are, hellish. Does this resonate? Yeah. There are beings on this planet who have, more access to the quantum. Yet, when they go travel in it, some of them have found their way once they've activated more of their fourth dimensional self. Now, just to be clear, we activate more of our fourth dimensional self. Our fourth dimensional self is the version of us that has access to the quantum and can, if we learn, travel the quantum with precision, choose timelines, choose realities, do this with the same precision as getting into your car and driving around the different streets and suburbs because you know how to get to the place with your GPS, yeah? Now, there are beings on this planet, and this is important. Before we go to our lunch break, I really want you to get this because this is the key. If this is the only thing you take from this whole term, that you take it and you embody it, it will be the greatest gift I give you for your evolution moving forward. So, sit up straight and forward, because then get your pen out. There are souls that have received quantum access, and because their own frequency, because they weren't taught how to anchor into the higher realms, because they weren't given the higher realm key, they were curious as humans, and they went looking in the quantum, and they explored the lower realms of existence, and they got a lot of information from those lower realms of existence. And they brought that information back to Earth's shared reality matrix, which is every reality kind of mushed up on top of each other, hologram after hologram, until we kind of sort of agree on something, but we don't anyway. Does this make sense? Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that there was no galactic wars, that there aren't, that there isn't a matrix that people are stuck in, that there isn't a whole bunch of not so nice, ETs that are doing horrible things to humanity and using us? Does that mean that that stuff doesn't exist? No, but guess where it exists? Yes. And so here's the thing, right? It's like, that's not the truth of the universe. That is simply, hey, here's what's going on in this fucked up piece of the universe. And now, if you're a soul who's been doing frequency work and you're active in the higher realm, and none of that's happening in your reality, is it? I don't know, look around you. Is there a galactic war happening outside the look out your windows, just check for me. Curious and curiouser. Now here's the problem though. The problem is that this little human here, who's in magic school, receiving all these amazing light codes, learning how to anchor into the higher realms, they come across some content on social media that just so happens to be channeled from the underworld. Cool? And they get a bit curious. Like, ooh, oh, the what, the when, ooh, who are these? And then guess what happens to this beautiful light being as they continue to read and watch? And then they start to go, oh, bother. What if everything I learned about light isn't true? It's just a big friggin', just a big propaganda, because this is going on. And how could this possibly be going on? And here I am feeling good. How can I possibly feel good, be abundant, be healthy, have everything working out for me? Look out my window and only see sunshine and flowers when this is going on. The moment we allow ourselves to accept some person's truth, we are buying into a part of the universe. Please get this. We are buying into a piece of the quantum. It is not the truth. It is a truth because everything exists. There are versions. Can you grasp how messy that can be to someone traveling the quantum without precision? And now can you see why there's some pretty dark shit that's being channeled into reality? Now, this is your guide. If it robs your life force, places gut-wrenching fear into your field, it's from the lower realm. Don't let that frequency take you on a wild goose ride. It's that simple. The only thing that can get in your way is this guy wanting to know stuff from here. Curiosity, drama addictions. Ooh, what else? Now, why is it important for us to anchor into the higher realms of existence? Because guess what 5D Earth is? Guess what? What is 5D Earth? What is the ascension journey we're actually taking with the support of light beings? It is a version of Earth in much higher realms of existence. That's it. It is your highest realm version of Earth. Now, what would the highest realm be? Well, what frequency is usually pretty gosh damn dominant in higher realms of existence? Yell it out. Love, right? Play, fun, curiosity in a good way, childlike wonder. Love. This is also why the fastest way to ascend is through the heart field. The more we activate the heart, we heal the heart, we expand the heart, we're able to let others into our heart. with no expectation. Then we anchor into higher realms and oh, this is so cool. We collectively right now on our evolution and ascension journey are creating the higher realms. Now they already exist in the sense that, here's what's also super funky about the quantum. Guess what? All of it is happening now. Now, everything is happening. There is no linear time in the quantum. There's only linear time in your glove. So here in this little dot, in this glove, there's linear time. As soon as you take your hand out of the glove, there's no more linear time. You get to go into timelines. It's all there, thank you. It's all there as a beautiful playground. Now, what that means is that timelines of higher realms of existence, future you already exists. 5D you already exists, anchored into those realities. And we are simply taking a journey. Cool? Now, we are taking a journey. Please get this and refer to the picture because it will really assist you. We are taking a journey with precise guidance from the most phenomenal beings of light who have taken this journey before us a very long time ago, and they know how to get there. They understand how to go into the higher realms, the highest versions of you, the highest timelines of you, yeah? And they are guiding us. And how they're guiding us is, okay, activate your heart, let go of the glove. Great, now you're here, yeah? Now other people that don't have that guidance end up in the underworld. Nah, nah, nah. This cool? Great, well done. Okay, you did it. You let go of the glove. You friggin', you've called back your memory. All right, now we've got to get you over here to this higher realm reality, to your highest timeline, yeah? And then with great precision, we get beautifully guided into this which already exists. However, guess what else exists? Every other possibility. Now do you see why the councils of light are here supporting us in ascension? Because if we were to let ourselves do this, it would be no different than to me telling you to now go find your way, drive to Queensland, no GPS. Good luck with that. I'll give you a car, no GPS. Can you drive to Queensland from here? Can you drive to Queensland from here? No GPS, but a car. There might be someone because all right, there's always someone who reckons they can do it. Anyway, you get where I'm going with this, right? Now, this is why the precision in the quantum is so important. This is why, everything you're going to learn this term is to support you so your journey doesn't look like this. Boom, bum, 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 oh, bum, 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 oh, bum. Do you follow? And who's already experienced some of this? Yeah. It's cool, isn't it? Who's loving the quantum? Now, you can either wear your glove and exist like this. Oh, but the secret said I should be here, but I'm not. Oh, bah, bah. Or you can take the glove off. And when you take the glove off and you remember that the physical reality is not where you are, it's where you enter. We are moving into different gloves every millisecond. This is, in this one moment, I've moved into countless versions of Gabby. Get this is massive. Therefore, if I believe this is me, that's like me going, I'm this glove, I'm this glove, I'm this glove, I'm this glove, no, I'm this glove, no, I'm this glove, or maybe I'm this glove. And then if we don't know what we're doing, then of course, lower realm glove, who on a stick, higher realm glove. Do you get me? We are not this. This is a tool to play with. This is simply a tool to play with. And it's an amazing tool. This is such a sophisticated, phenomenal technology, this body that we're in. Yeah? It does stuff like it breathes for me without me even thinking about it. If I cut myself, it heals it for me. And we are also transforming this. So you are all shifting, and you know, some of you are just starting to, and some of you are anchoring in to your 4D bodies. Here's where it gets so sexy. Oh my gosh. And why it's worth, thank you. Just one more minute. And why it is worth taking this journey. The 4D version of you, the 4D glove, cool? I want you to think of the 4D glove as a quantum glove. So as opposed to a 3D glove, which is very limited to what's in front of you, yeah, a 4D glove means that all of a sudden, have you ever been to like a real epic walk-in wardrobe before, where it's like millions of shoes and the most prettiest of things? And if you haven't, you can use your imagination, right? So I want you to imagine, right, the most luxurious, you know, walk-in wardrobe, like with every shoe that's ever been created, like everything's there, right? Got it? And then I want you to imagine your wardrobe. Excellent. So the 3D glove is your wardrobe. Cool? That's all the gloves you have. And the 4D glove, the 4D body, is literally that wardrobe. Why? Because the 4D body enables us to travel into other realities, other realms, other timelines with more precision and consciousness. It means, guess what else opens up to us that wasn't open before? Everything, so much more. So many other gloves. Cool? Now, it's a metaphor, but you get me. Now, what does this mean? It means that when we anchor here, anything truly is possible because we have access to those higher realities. It doesn't take 20 years to work at it. We can quantum shift into those realities, provided we're willing to trust and surrender and re-grid ourselves. We can quantum shift to some pretty extraordinary realities. Is this cool? Yeah. Yay. So, who loves the idea of receiving their 4D glove? Hey, beautiful soul. Wanted to connect with you and invite you to take a profound journey. A journey that I'm so honored, you know, to facilitate and co-create. Quantum Shift Magic School, aka Magic School, is such a beautiful container offering souls a path to activate multidimensionality at the next level, to activate more quantum codes, quantum memory, and to be able to navigate the quantum field, which means that, you know, to really be able to embody the higher self, access and activate the channel. We're going on a journey, and this journey begins with a whole stack of pre-work. Like, there's about 30 hours of pre-work to receive before you come into the live event container and the full integration webinar series that follows, because we are taking a huge quantum shift in consciousness. This is for the souls that are ready to call back more of their soul gifts, more of their soul toolkit, so you can learn how to create grids, how to activate codes, how to work on your field and the field of others. You will be receiving some pretty amazing, like, you know, codes to do shamanic based work to be able to recode and reprogram. And what I love the most is you're going to go on a journey into other dimensions, other realms, to meet
beautiful, councils of light, other civilizations co-creating through the quantum to channel in guidance and data, to receive upgrades, to receive healing. This is quantum school. Learning, remembering at the deepest level how to be creators of worlds again with such great precision. There is a journey we also take here where there is an extraction of a lot of plugins and codes that are within the field linked to 3D consciousness or the matrix system as we know it, removing, templating within the field that can create the illusion of separation, of scarcity, of not enoughness, and uploading more into the field of light and love. Why this gets exciting is because it means that we are calling back so much of our own soul abundance, our own divine knowing. You'll learn how to co-create with key codes, how to, utilize a key code to access and open up into the quantum and travel into other parts and other realities. You'll learn how to connect with different versions of yourself in different timelines, in parallel and alternate expressions of yourself, to receive uploads, coding, and upgrades from aspects of yourself that already have everything that you've ever wanted. And so the precision in the frequency is so refined. We travel this universe with our frequency. We are literally shifting into different realities all the time. And when we get entrained in knowing the precise frequency that takes us into a different reality, then shifting into the realities of our dreams becomes so much more fun and so much more joyful. If you're ready to come on a journey to learn about the quantum, to learn about the different dimensions, to learn about all the different civilizations and races out there that are happy to co-create with you, so you can do upgrades on yourself and others, so you can shift into higher expressions of yourself, crack open your mission, crack open your beautiful connection to your soul, crack open your channel, and create, just create with so much more joy. Please read the brochure. Receive what's there, and if your soul is calling you to go to multidimensional school, to quantum school, to come back and be a multidimensional being, to keep ascending and evolving, so you can continue taking the journey with more support around transforming into your higher self-consciousness, into the new earth version of you, into the 5D version of you, then please book a chat. The chat will be with one of the beautiful people on my team, or maybe even myself, where we are going to tune into your field. We're going to receive, it'll be a channeled conversation to receive from your soul family, your soul, if you're ready for these extremely advanced evolution codes and upgrades. And if it is in alignment, oh my goodness, we'll be so honored to have you in our beautiful collective and to support you in your multidimensional journey. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Much love.